All numbers divisible by both 4 and 15 are also divisible by which of the following? The SAT's explanation, or the College Board's explanation of this question in the question of the day section, is confusing to me, and I think I know what they're getting at, and I'm going to explain it in a little bit of a different way. So first I'll show you the abstract way, the way I actually originally did it, and then I'll show you kind of a version of their method. So this is the way I understand this question. So all numbers are divisible, that are divisible by both 4 and 15 are divisible by what? So imagine we've got some number x, and we know it's divisible by 4, right? So that means 4 can go into this equally, or 4 can cancel out a factor of x, right? So if x was 12, 12 is 4 times 3, and the 4's can cancel right on top and bottom. Another way to look at this is that this x is also divisible by 2 2's, right? Because the bottom is just 2 times 2. So in this x, we can cancel out a factor of 2 and a factor of 2. And since we know that x is also divisible by 15, that's also the same thing as saying that this x has got factors of 3 and 5 in it. So at the very least, our x has got to be 2 times 2 times 3 times 5, right? At the very minimum, this is what this number's got to be, right? It's got to be divisible by 2 and 2, right, to cancel out those factors. Also got to be divisible by 3 and 5 to cancel out those factors. Right, so that's the minimum of what this guy is divisible by. So the way I look at this is, well, what also is x divisible by if it's made up of these minimum factors? Well, it's divisible by any combination of these prime factors. So, right, it's divisible by 6, right? It's divisible by 10. It's divisible by 30. It's divisible by 60, and so on. So what does this mean then? Well, it means that, well, we've just got the answer, right? This number x is also divisible by 6. But notice these here we cannot create out of the simple prime factors here, right? 8, well, that's 2 times 2 times 2, but I don't have a third 2. 18 is 6 times another 3. That wouldn't be there, and then so on, right? I can't make these factors out of the 6. So that's the abstract way of doing it. You just see, okay, what factors are the minimum number of factors in this x, and you go from there. The way they did it, it's actually similar in some ways to this, is just to kind of pick an x. Pick an x that's divisible by both 4 and 15, and then see what else it's divisible by. So what is an x that's divisible by 4 and 15? Well, the easiest one is to take this, right? 2 times 2 times 3 times 5, or just to say, well, let's just pick, 60. Because 60 divided by 4 is 15, and 60 divided by 15 is 4. And we say, okay, well, which one of these is 60 divisible by? Well, 60 is obviously divisible by 6. 8 does not go into 60 equally, nor does 18, nor does 24, nor does 45. So the only choice here by that method is 6. Right? Either way, whichever way makes most sense to you, pick that one, but that's how you handle it.